Hey y'all, Rick Sky here, and a lot of y'all have asked, hey man, you've got all these backpacking videos, you've got all these hiking videos, why do you hike so much? Well, I'll tell you the very complete answer. Since a lot of y'all have asked, I just wanted to respond face on video. So number one, I used to do a lot of road biking, and there was a situation where I pulled up, on my road bike, the clipless pedals, the shoes that clip to the pedals, this, that, and the other, and I had one of the, one foot unclipped, because I was standing at the red light, and then all of a sudden I felt something really hard hit me, and the light had turned green, and there was a minivan behind me, and they started off and they hit me, and I fell over, and I mean it hurt. I mean they were going at they had just started. It was a very slow rate of speed, but it hurt, and I mean I was bruised and this, that, and the other, but I got right up, walked to the corner, and then they were cursing me, and I just looked at them. I said, you just hit a pedestrian. And, they're getting all smart with me, this, that, and the other. And I said, look, the cops are right there. And I pointed to the police station. Sure enough, the cop came over, walked out of the police station, walked over, are you okay? This, that, and the other. Do you want to press charges or whatever? And, I'm not one of those guys that goes after trying to sue people and make myself rich off of a lawsuit. That's just stupid, in my opinion. I just think that's shady. I'd rather make my money being an entrepreneur. But anyway, at that time, he went off, he was mad. Looking back, if I wanted to press charges, I could have been that guy and done it. I wish I had looked at my bike more thoroughly before they drove off, because it turns out that because of the impact, my rear wheel was bent and I had to buy a new wheel, and that came out of my pocket. That should have come out of their pocket since they hit me. So that's the one thing I would have asked for, had I more thoroughly inspected my bicycle before they drove off and the police left. So that's why I quit road biking. It's just unsafe. You got people texting and driving. You got people that are shouldn't be able to drive anyway. I mean, you drive down the road and you look at. I mean, it's crazy. Just go sit by any intersection and stare, and within 5 minutes, count how many people you spot that are driving while texting, that are driving even reading a book. I mean, there's some ignorant people out there. So for that reason, I don't road bike anymore. Hiking is good exercise. The thing I like about hiking, like road biking, and what was so good about road biking is that, you ride out, then you're gonna have to ride back. It's not like hopping on a treadmill or an elliptical in a gym where you can get on and it's like, well, I really need to do this, or I really want to do that, or, this is boring, and you just hop off so you don't get the maximum value from your workout. Like road biking, hiking is a situation where you're hiking out and then you got to hike back. So being lazy is not an option. While I'm filming this video, for example, and this was a shorter hike, but I've hiked about 3 miles. So when I hike back, I'll be, 3 more miles. So that's around 6 miles. 3 plus 3 is around 6. So, that's a decent workout. All in all, I'll probably burn from this hike, because of elevation gain and this, that, and the other, I'll probably burn maybe 1,500 calories, which is pretty good. And that on top of a strength training workout at the gym, that's a good workout. So that's why I hike a lot, because hiking has replaced the biking, the road biking component, because I don't trust the roadways. Roadways are dangerous. They're dangerous without a bicycle. And throw a bicycle on the road, and that's just a recipe for disaster. So, yeah, I hike instead. And there's things that can happen in the woods. Trees can fall. There's bears. There's mountain lions. There's wild hogs. There's all kinds of stuff. There's moonshiners. Hiking can be dangerous too. But for the most part, it's going to be pretty hard for somebody to be in the wilderness with a car texting and driving, because there's trees, and that's probably going to stop the car. And if someone's texting and walking in the wilderness, that's the worst thing they're going to do is probably hurt themselves. Now, there are exceptions. If you're hiking on the side of a mountain or something like that and they fall and then they hit you or grab on and pull you down the mountain too, there's things like that could happen. But for the most part, I feel that hiking is better. Oh, and there's snakes and all that kind of stuff in the wilderness, so that's a hazard. You don't really have that many snakes on the roadways. But it is a good workout. And again, if you're just doing flat terrain, it's not as good as if I try to get a lot of elevation, up and down, and that way it's a good workout. I eat and drink whatever I want to do, whatever I want to eat and whatever I want to drink, so I'm still fat. But if I didn't do all the hiking, I would be extremely obese, and you know, there's a balance there. In my opinion, I'm not the type person that, I mean, I want to get ripped back up. That's a good feeling, to be ripped and feel good, but I don't want to take it to the extreme where I'm nickel and diming myself all the time and saying, well, I can't eat this, can't eat that. I do nickel and dime myself to some degree, and I'll talk about that in other videos, but you know, just at a high level, you know, I've cut out soda. I've cut out, I'll drink a little bit of juice, but not much. Basically cut out the sugars. So my caffeinated drink is unsweet tea, and I just squeeze a fresh lemon in it. So that, in comparison to juice, that in comparison to Coke, I mean, it's a lot healthier. And then obviously all I drink during the day is water. So I drink unsweet tea with my meals, and I drink water the rest of the time. So that in itself is a way to become less fat. And then when I fry stuff, I use an air fryer, and I don't use the grease and all of that. Sure, I'll still go out to eat, and I'll get a greasy pizza, and I'll get that kind of stuff when I go out to eat. But I grill a lot, you know, grilled chicken, grilled steak, that sort of stuff. So, you know, hiking is a core component, because if I didn't hike as much, I would be extremely fat. And I'm not politically correct. I don't care. I'll just say it like it is. You know, I mean, if you didn't do cardio, if you ate whatever, you'd get really fat. You know, and the people today on the news and everything, I say, oh, you know, that's politically incorrect to say that, and that's fine, because I'm just talking about myself. And you asked, you know, why do I hike so much, and that's why I do, just because I don't want to get really fat, and it's, you know, it's good exercise, and it's a good way to get out and walk. And when you walk, you can also brainstorm. And being an entrepreneur, the founder of Irish Guys Adventure Channel, the founder and the host, it gives me an opportunity to film videos. There's a gunshot. That was a gunshot. Another gunshot. Boom. Interesting. So, but it gives me an opportunity to film videos, random excitement like that, like gunshots in the distance. You know, it's a good thing to do. And, you know, if you've ever been hit by a car while you're road biking, and I hope you haven't, but, you know, just think about it, and, you know, do a risk versus reward. Well, the risk with road biking is that it could be pretty easy to get killed. The reward is fitness and relaxing. The risk with hiking is that, well, there's bears, there's people, you know, shooting stuff, and there's snakes and that sort of stuff, and there's sheer cliffs. There's some hazards, but the reward is, you know, obviously great cardio. So, and being able to relax. So it's, I don't know, it's my thing. And obviously hiking for fitness also blends well with backpacking, overnight backpacking, and you know, that's got the adventure component. So it's and hiking can be an adventure too, but for the most part, hiking's just a great way to exercise instead of using a treadmill or elliptical or something like that. And I still use treadmill and elliptical, but you know, my primary cardio workout is hiking. That's what I prefer. But tell me what you think within the comment section below. And I hope this video answered your questions, because, you know, again, a lot of y'all had asked, you, dude, why do you hike so much? Well, you know, I'm trying to get less fat, but still eat everything that I want to eat. And, you know, again, I cut out the soda. I just drank unsweet tea with lemon and water. But, you know, do whatever you want to do. Y'all have a good day, and subscribe. And when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/Irix Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.